Hi Techies, here we are in another video where I'm going to tell you how you can use Metasploit like a cybersecurity professional. And also we will see a lot of new commands today. So let's get started. So whenever you are using a tool, you always have to think like a professional. We are not just going to run MSF console command and start doing our other stuff. This time, anything we do, we will start save it to our database so it can be accessed anytime. So before showing you the stuff, I just want to tell you, I have just made this video for the educational purpose. Our intention is to only teach you so you can prevent your system and you can learn and know how attackers are doing the stuff. Techofide will be not responsible for any illegal activity done by you. So I'm going to use PostgreSQL, which is by default installed in Kali Linux. If you don't know how to install it, there is a command, sudo apt install PostgreSQL, then space PostgreSQL minus contrib. So you just have to run that command and it will install PostgreSQL. After that, we need to start PostgreSQL. So let me show you how to do it. So there is a command, sudo, then system control, start PostgreSQL. So you just have to hit enter and our service is start. You can check the status of the particular service. Just run a command, sudo system control status PostgreSQL.service. .service is not mandatory. You can even just type PostgreSQL. Just hit enter and just wait for a second and it will show you the status. So you can see our status is active. So let's move forward. Now we have to run our server, which is Apache server. It is also the pre-installed. Let me show you. You just need to run sudo system control Apache 2. You need to start it if it is not start for you, and that's it. You can even check the status again with the same command and just wait and the same thing will be loaded. Here we go. So we have active running status and that's perfect. Now we can move further. Let me clear my screen. Now we are done with our PostgreSQL. We have started it. We have started our server, started our database. Now our next step is to initialize it. So just run a command, sudo, then msfdb and init. Just hit enter and see our database is already started. It is just to initialize because the database appears to be already configured and skipping initialization. If you are running it first time, things will be different for you. It will initialize. For me, I already did it previously, so it's showing this message. Now we have initialized our database. We are good to go. We just need to run a command now, msf console, that we need to do when we want to enter into the console of Metasploit. So just wait a bit. It's getting started. So MSF console is started for us. You can see a banner here. So let's move with the first command, that is a banner, right? So you can see here is a banner. If you want to change, just hit a command banner and banner will be changed for you. Whenever you hit this command, every time there is a new banner. It is showing how many exploits, how many auxiliary posts and other stuff we have. So let's move further. Now we are inside the Metasploit console and we have to check the database that we have started is really connected with our MSF console, our Metasploit tool or not. For that, you just need to run a simple command, which is db status. Just hit enter and it is showing connected to MSF, connection type PostgreSQL. So we are connected. Now we can move further. So now we are going to use a command. Let me first clear the terminal. So now we are going to use a command, workspace. You just need to hit enter. So you can see if you are using this tool first time, so there is only one workspace which is default where we are right now. So we need to create a workspace. For that you need to run a command, workspace -a. Let's suppose I have created a workspace with the name test, workspace -a test. Just hit enter. One new workspace is created. If you run the same command, you will see there is one workspace which is test. Now test is your default workspace. You can even delete that workspace. You just need to run a command, instead of -a just type -d, hit enter, and it will delete. Now if you check again, there is only one workspace which is default. Now let's clear a screen and create a workspace. So as I told you, we need to work like a professional. So let's suppose if our target machine is Windows or any Linux, according to that we'll name our workspace. So I'm assuming our target machine is Windows, so just hit here Windows. You can type any name according to you. So I have typed workspace -a Windows target, hit enter. So it will create a new workspace that we can see now, Windows target. Now we have created a workspace. Now you just need to enter into that workspace. Just enter the right name that you have just created and see, we are in our workspace. Now we are in our workspace. So I'm going to initialize workspace again with our database. So you just need to run again sudo msfdb init. With our workspace, we are just initializing our database again just for the cross check. Just hit enter. Yeah, again we are getting the same message. It is just for the cross check, it is not mandatory. Now everything is set up from our side. We are in our workspace. Now we are good to run our other commands. So let's run one command. So let me show you. This is our attacker machine, and I am in virtual machine. Our Windows machine is this. This is our we can say victim machine. The IP of that machine is 10.174.15.13. Let's go to our attacker machine again. Now we are going to run nmap. We basically run nmap command like this. Nmap, then any service, and then let's say the IP of our machine, our target machine. But what this command will do, it will just show you the output on your screen. It's not going to save in database. We have created database, we have initialized the database because there is a reason, right? So let's start. The command will be db. You just need to type db and then nmap. Then the rest of command will be same for you. Here I am using -sv, then -pn, then for the speed of our test -t4. Then I want to scan all ports, so -pp. Then I also want operating system of our target -o, and then the IP address, right? So IP address is 10.174.15.13. Let's do a cross check. Yep, that was the IP address of Windows. Now you just need to hit enter, and we just need to wait. Now you can see our scan is completed. You might think it looks same, like what is the difference between db nmap and normal nmap? So let me show you. Yes, you can see output, the ports and all that you see whenever you're going to scan a target. But what db will help, let me show you. So if I clear this screen, now how will you get the output? What are the thing? So the db command will save all the output in your database, that is PostgreSQL. So how to access it? It is very simple. Let's suppose I want to see services. I just have to type services and see. It will sort only services for you because everything is in our database. Even if I close the terminal and again open and again run the msf console command, everything will be saved inside my workspace. This is the benefit of configuring database and using workspace. Everything is separated. Now we have services. Let's suppose I have to check the host. Right now we just only have one host, which is Windows, but if we have multiple hosts, you just need to type host, hit enter. See, if we have list of hosts, it will show you all. Right now we have only one, which is Windows machine, we can see. So here it is. Now you can also play around with this command. What you can do is like services. Like here are some fields, right? Host, port, protocol name, state info. You can even like choose these three if you want to display. You can configure output, like you have to run command service -c, and let's suppose I have typed here name. I want the service name and the info, and let's type the IP 10.174, because for particular host, if we want to see, we can run this command. Just hit enter. So see, We have typed here host name and info, host name and info. Actual output is this. It is different from this output, right? So the information that we found, we can customize it according to us. Same we can do for the hosts. So let me clear my screen. Now just type hosts minus C. And for host, let's suppose we have to see address, and then we can type MAC. We want to see MAC address, and we can go for OS name. Hit enter. So it is showing you address, which is the IP, MAC, which is the MAC address of the particular Windows, and then OS name. So this is how you can use the host command and services command. Now let's move one step ahead. So let's suppose you want to exploit that services, right? So I'm just typing here services again, and we have some services. So let's suppose I have to choose one service. We are going to target the FTP one. So how we are going to do is we have one command which is search. Search command basically used to search any exploit scanner or anything that you want to use to target the system. So and after search you just have to type anything. It can be exploit or it can be scanner, anything. Here I am typing scanner because I have one thing in my mind, and the scanner will be the FTP. So if I do this and hit enter, what it will do, it will show me every scanner for the FTP. So I know I have to use the anonymous one. So before using it, let me show you one more thing. So let's suppose right now we have only 19 here, but we have a lot, sometimes more than 100. Then how you can go? Let's suppose the right now it is on 0, but might be it should be in 12th or 13th number. How do you know? You can even grab that value using grab command. How it will do? Just type grab, then anything like here I know it's anonymous, so anonymous, and then just you have to type search and scanner and FTP, then just hit enter. You can see it only grab one scanner for us, which is anonymous, that we want to use. Now it is simple. You just need to use a command. Again, the command is very simple, use. Now you can even copy the whole path, or you can just type the 0. I'm going with 0. Use 0 and see. Now we are in an auxiliary, scanner, FTP and anonymous. Now we are inside a auxiliary. Let's suppose you are a beginner, you don't know how to use it. A very simple command is there. Just type info and it will show you every information about that one, like the name and the module, the license, rank, author and everything you can see here, and what command, what stuff you have to use, everything is there. Even you can go for the reference and to read more about that, how to use that particular scanner. I know how to use that, so I will show you. So let's suppose I am again going to clear the screen. I am using another command. So info command will give you the brief of the particular auxiliary or scanner or exploit payload, anything. But show options will basically tell you what options you need to configure before using that exploit or scanner, anything. So show options will tell you like these are the field. So fpass is already a set, FTP user it is automatically set. So what you need to set only rhost, which is remote host. Now let's run a command rhosts and the IP of the target machine. So here is a command set rhost, and that command will set the IP for the remote host in our scanner. Now you just need to hit a command run, and that's it. You can see it is 100% completed. Now how we are going to access the target machine, because we can't see anything, any terminal or anything here. But the working of that scanner is just done. Let me show you how to do it. So basically we have targeted FTP, so that scanner basically do the stuff that it actually need to do. Let me tell you how to get access of the Windows machine now. So what you need to do, you need to use FTP command. If you don't have installed FTP, you just need to run a command sudo apt install FTP, and it will be installed into your system. I already have it, so I'm just going to run a command FTP, then the IP of our target machine 10.174.15.13 and just hit enter. Yep, now we have the access of FTP machine. This is the access. You can see we are inside the FTP now. So yep, we are done with the access part. You can just hit and exit and you will be the outside of that FTP. Now there is one more command. So if you just hit back, you can see right now we are in scanner FTP anonymous. If you just hit, enter back, you will just get back to your MSF console and you can use other stuff. Now there are some more things that you can do. Let's suppose you want to see how many payloads you have in Metasploit. Just type command show payloads, hit enter. See, 591 payloads we have, and it show a payload for Windows, for Linux, every payload that it have. Now let's clear our screen. Let me show you one more command. So there's one more command. Let's suppose you have to search one exploit. So you can also do a filtering thing. What's that? You have to type command search, then name. Then after name, you have to type like exploit, or you are looking for scanner. Let's suppose this time we are looking for exploit. Now after that, for what platform you are looking for Windows or Linux. So here we are going to type platform, and we will type, let's suppose, Linux here. And you can also type rank here. So rank will tell you how is it going to work. Basically, if it is excellent, it means definitely it will work. So you just have to type excellent and just hit enter. So now you can see we have exploit for Linux, which who having rank excellent. So all exploit that we have right now are with the excellent rank, and for the Linux and are the exploit. So you can even use that exploit. So this is how you can use the filter. Now I want to show you one more command. So in our previous blog we have run a lot of exploits. The same exploit I'm going to run, because the command that I'm going to use is basically supported by some exploit. Previously we just use FTP scanner that doesn't support that command. Some exploit are supporting that command, some not. This is the exploit that I know support that command. So the command is check. Before that you just have to type rhost. So let me show you. So if I type check, you will see with it's showing you haven't set rhost. So every time I have to set rhost if I'm switching to one exploit to one scanner. But there is one more command, set g. G is basically stand for global. So once you set, it will be set for every exploit. You don't need to set again and again. So you just have to type set rhost 10.174.15.13, hit enter. Now you just have to type command check. It automatically check the host is vulnerable or not, and it is showing the target is vulnerable. Now you can simply use other commands if you want to run it and you want to access. I already told you in my previous video, so you can see that video. So these are the basic commands for Metasploit. You can read my blog. I have told each and every command with screenshot. If you are watching that video, definitely you have understand everything. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me in our comment section. You can comment in the end of the blog, and I will definitely answer your questions. If you are excited and want to learn more commands of Metasploit, so I have shared it in our blog. So just scroll down and you can see I have shared a sheet named as Metasploit Basic Commands cheat sheet. So this sheet I have built for you, that is consisting of A to Z basic commands that you can use in Metasploit. So thank you very much to watch this video. I hope you learn a lot of things.